Hello and good morning everyone. My name is Akriti and today we will be solving one more question in arrays. Welcome to my solution series. Let's start it. Let me first go to the leetcode.com and our today's question is question number 349, which is intersection of two arrays. Okay, so let me first explain you the question. In the question, it is given that two integers array nums1 and nums2 are there, and we have to return an array of their intersections. Each element in the result must be unique, and you may return the result in any order. So, what question is saying? Question is saying that we have two arrays, namely num1 and num2. Okay, and we have to find all those elements which are common in num1 as well as in num2, and we have to return the unique elements only. Like if there are two twos in num1 and num2 both, then we have to return only one two. Oh, I hope you got it. If you are not, then you can refer to the examples which are given below the questions for the better understanding of your problem. Okay, here are the examples, example 1 and example 2. Here you can see nums1 is 1 2 2 and 1, and the nums2 is 2 2. So here we can see only 2 is common between num1 and num2, so we have to return only 2, not 2 twice of 2. Okay, we don't have to return 2 two times. Okay, so we have to return only unique element. There's one more thing mentioned, that we can return elements in any order. Like if we are having 9 or 4, then 9 or 4 or 4 comma 9 both are same. Here the explanation you can see. So um, first of all, guys, let me clear one thing. We are going to approach this question by maps. So if you don't know much about maps or unordered maps, or you are not familiar with the concepts of unordered map, then don't worry, we will be covering this too in brief, so don't worry about that also. So let me first explain you what are unordered maps. So simply unordered maps are those data structure, you can say, which store the key values pair in any order. Like here also it is mentioned that we can return answer in any order, so we are using unordered maps. And also because unordered map has less time complexity as compared to the ordered map, so we are using unordered here. So this is how we have to declare the unordered map. um, Unordered map. This is how we have to declare. Print command, and here we have to give the name of the map. So this is how we have to declare the unordered map. Unordered map, we have to use this keyword, and then here we have to give the data type of our key value pair. Like here in this question we will be using integer key as well as integer value, so I have given int comma int, and here we have to give the name of the map. Anything you can give. Okay, so this is how we will be declaring maps. Now, how I was thinking to tackle this problem. In this problem, I was thinking we can simply make a key value pair of how many times each and every element in nums1 is occurring. Like we can, as a key, we will be using the element, and as a value of map, we will be using its frequency. So here element 1 is occurring twice, so element 1 frequency will be 2, and element 2 is also occurring twice here. So this way we will be storing elements of nums1 in our map. So how we are gonna do this? We can simply use hmm, just a second, guys. Okay, one more thing I wanna clear. We will be returning a vector. As you can see in this function, return type is vector, so we will be declaring a vector as well for our result. So vector, sorry, vector int result. In this vector we will be storing our result only. Now we will be now we will start looping through the nums1, and we will store the elements of nums1 as a key value pair in our map. So let me declare one map also. Unordered map int comma int will be its key value pair, and let me call it umap. Okay, just because it is our unordered map. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna loop through the elements of nums1. So for auto slash x, for auto x slash nums1. I hope you guys are clear with this type of syntax when we are using auto x slash nums1 in place of for I equals 0, I should be less than this, I plus plus something. So if you are not clear with this syntax, so let me clear one thing. First of all, this is how we are traversing the nums1. This syntax simply means that we are storing each and every element of nums1 in a variable x. Okay, so simply in variable x, one by one, each and every element of nums1 will be storing, and here we are gonna process that element. So what we are gonna do, we are storing each and every element of nums1 in x, and here what will we do? We will unordered map of x plus plus. So what does map now? Map. Okay. So this line means that we are as I have already told you, in this question we are using key as our element, and we are using values of frequency of that element. So for the initial state, frequency will be 0, of course. So we are increasing the frequency. As soon as we will see the element x, then we will increase the frequency of x in our unordered map by 1. Okay. Unordered map plus equal 1, you could have written in this way also, but I am using this. Okay, so we are increasing frequency of x in our unordered map. So this is what this line is doing. It is increasing the frequency of x as soon as it sees the x in nums1 and increases its frequency. Now again, what we are gonna do, we are gonna loop through the nums2 as well. So for auto x less nums2, now we are traversing nums2. Now what we will do, we will do something like this. Let's suppose if we find x, let me explain you with example. I should have used this example, I guess. Okay, because explaining with example is really a good thing. This is our nums1 as an example, and this is our nums2. So after this loop, our map will be like what? Our map will be, um, in our map we will be having, as we have already traversed the num1, then in our map we will be having element 4 with a key 1. Okay, element 9 with key value 1, and element 5 with key value 1, as you can see in the questions also. Okay, this is our map in this state. So what we are gonna do, we are gonna see if element in the nums2 you can see here. Let we will start traversing the nums2 from the beginning. So the first element is 9. So we will see if 9 is there in map or not, or we can simply see if the frequency of 9 is greater than 1 or not. So if the frequency of 9 in our map is greater than 1, then we can confirm that 9 was present in our nums1 as well. Okay, so we will check the frequency of 9 whether it is greater than 0 or it is 0. Okay, so if it is greater than 0, then we can confirm that the 9 was also present in nums1. So we can consider it as a common element between nums1 and nums2. Okay, So how we will be checking this? We will check if frequency of 9 is 0 or not. We have to check this now. So if um, map of x, here we are talking about the, oof, yeah, this typo, okay, is not equals to 0, then what we have to do? We have to if we will find such an element whose frequency is not 0, then we can confirm that that element will be would have present in nums1 also. So then what we are gonna do? We are gonna push that element in our result. So result dot push back that element which is x, and after this we will set the frequency of that element in our map as 0, because this is also necessary. Okay, that's what we have done. So why I have done this? Because let's suppose I was talking about 9 now. I was talking about 9. First we see the first element in the nums2 was 9. We see the 9. Now we will be checking for 9 if the frequency of 9 in our map is 0 or not. So as you can see, the frequency of 9 for the initial state in our map is 1. So here we will be entering this bracket. Then we will push our 9 in our result. Now again, if we will see another 9 in our nums2, and suppose if we were not executing this line, so okay, then again then again for the second time, if we will if we will see the 9 in our nums2, then again we will be pushing the 9 in our result. Then in this way the number of 9 in our result will be 2, but we only wanted the unique elements. That's why I'm um, setting the frequency of 9 as 0 after pushing it in our results. So this is what we have done. Now all we have to do is return our result. I guess we are clear with everything. Let me run this. As you can see, both the test cases have been passed, and if we will be submitting this question, then the other test cases will also be checked, and we can see the result as well. So you guys can see our answer is accepted and we got the solution. So if you guys didn't get the solution or there was any confusion, let me explain it again. So from the very starting, what we were doing, we were declaring a map in which we are gonna store the key value pair, where key will be the element and value will be the frequency from nums1. So what we are doing, we are storing the element of nums1 in our map as a key value pair. Like in our nums1 4, we have the first element as 4, so we will store 4 in the map and its frequency as 1, because it has occurred only once in the nums1. Now we will be talking about 9. We will store 9 in our map and its frequency is also 1, so we will be storing 1. Now what we are doing, we are checking if elements in nums2. Now we are traversing the element in nums2, and we are checking if the frequency of that particular element in our map is 0 or not. Because if the frequency of that element which we are checking in nums2 in our map is 0, then it simply means that that element was not present in our nums1 array, so we will not push that element. But if the frequency of that element which we are checking in nums2 in our map is not equal to 0, then we can simply clarify that this particular element was present in our nums1 as well, and we have to include that element in our result array. So what we will be doing, we will be pushing that element in our result array. Okay, this way. And after this we will be setting the frequency of that element as 0 in our map, in order to avoid the um, um, we pushing in order to avoid the you know copy of that element to be pushed in our result. Okay, we are avoiding that no two same element, no two elements should be same in our result array. That's why we are decreasing its frequency to 0, and after that we are just simply returning our result array. So I hope you guys are clear with the concept of map as well as this solution. If you're not, or if you're facing any doubt regarding this question, then feel free to ask in comment box. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much.